What about the coverage that's now traveled with or come into the marketplace or the forms with the privacy coverage? I'm speaking about whether you refer to it as identity theft funds, crisis management, restoration. What about that? Because that's changed the game a bit. With cyber, it was a straight liability or property play. With privacy, you now have substantial pre-claim covers. And I think this gets to a large portion of the point that the gentleman from Cozen was making in contradiction and in opposition to the gentleman from Dixon and Shapiro, that, yeah, you might get liability coverage, but there's all those pre-claim enhancements. Can you talk a little bit about, Meredith, why don't you kind of start us off, about the importance and the value of those pre-claim enhancements to the coverage that we see come in with the privacy grants?
Well, I think they're huge in some of my clients. My clients want as much as they can get of that. If we explain to our clients that it's just the insurer's way of helping you, believe me, they want to help mitigate that loss and that claim or that situation so that they don't see the third-party loss. But to answer your question, it's very important. It always sparks attention from clients. They always want to know what's covered under there. They think of that as real dollars. There are some markets out there that will actually give it to you subject to a zero retention, and for smaller clients, they love that. Wow, I don't have to share in this loss. And then there are others that if you get the larger sublimits on it, you do have that retention, but they still find value to it. So our clients find a lot of value. They want as much as they can thrown into that bucket, if you will. So call center, forensics, credit monitoring, not required by law, notification, PR, whatever you can throw in there. The problem that we have, and this is just at least from my standpoint on the brokerage side and having absolutely come across some losses, is that it needs to be absolutely communicated with the client that you need written consent to incur these costs. Many times, I think Ali alluded to it, where our client will come to us and say, we've had a breach, and by the way, we've already done all this stuff. Well, and it was communicated by the broker to tell them that it needs to be, with consent. So I think it's very important. I think that as a broker, I continue to, spend a lot of time on trying to get what I can in those costs and help because the clients like it.
Yeah.